Okay, so we're supposed to prove all things. I want to show you something. In 2019, I sent mail to the Circuit Clerk Conduct Commission, Supreme Court of Kentucky. Charity Cottrell received it. The District of Columbia Recorder of Deeds. This would be Washington, D.C., April 23rd, 2019. District of Columbia, Attention Recorder of Deeds. Supreme Court of the United States, 1st Street, Office of the Clerk, Washington, D.C. This was 4/3/2019. Supreme Court of the United States, 1st Street, received April 11th, 2019. Department of Public Health, April 24th, 2019. Department of Public Health. Libera Atrophies Vatican, Vatican City, Holiness Pope Francis, and U.S. Department of Justice. At that time, I also did Shan Porter, Postmaster General in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, gave her a letter about all of this proof of life stuff. This is a Judicial Conduct Commission, September 21st, 2020, when they had arrested me for claiming non-citizen national sovereign rights, and I complained. This is to my ex-husband. I sent him a package that was for 29/2020. Judge Salyers. This was on a case with my son, and when they stole my van and my car and told me I had to register and insure my car. Constable Dennis Dugat. This is in Winnie, Texas. In Texas. This was April 25th, 2020. Judge Karen Caldwell, April 25th, 2020, Lexington, Kentucky. This was in Lexington, Kentucky, but the same stuff. Judge Don Blair in September 21st, 2020. April 2020, Chicago, Illinois. That was to the vital statistics. This was sent from Jefferson, Kentucky Post Office. April 2020, Lexington, Kentucky. Okay, then we have 2021. When I sent one of the Live Life claims to Sheriff John Wilhoit in Versailles, Kentucky. This was when the Live Life claims came, and I had to sign for it when I did all the registered receipts for our name to be registered at the post office. This was for Frankfort, Kentucky, when I sent them out. This is Office of the Secretary of State. Yeah, here's February 2021. This was when I sent them to Kentucky Supreme Court in Frankfort, Kentucky, and the Supreme Court of the United States, February 2021. February 21st of 2021, Honorable Judge Lane in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. See, here's the green cards. They came back 12/25/2021. February 6/21, the Woodforest Bank. Here we go, U.S. Magistrate Judge, London, Kentucky. This is a federal court. U.S. Magistrate Judge. These are all from me, Sandra Gwen Musgrove. Okay. Washington State Court of Appeals, U.S. Department, Justice Department, U.S. Justice Department, Sandra Gwen, all in red, Fayette Court, Kentucky of Justice, Limestone, Lexington, Kentucky, 5/14/2021, Fayette, Kentucky, Court of Justice, here, signed from me, Sandra Musgrove, March 13th, 2021. Public Health Department. Public Health Department. For me, Sandra Gwen Musgrove. March 13th, 2021. Holy Name Cathedral. Here it came back, Holy Name Cathedral. And Library of Congress, U.S. Copyright Office. Okay, sent from me, Sandra Musgrove. Okay, then say here's my Library of Congress. That's where I said about my copyright of my book, my name. And I also sent it to the Trademark Division. Let's see, did I do these? Judicial Conduct Court Commission. Let's see, when they kicked me out when I was in the hospital, they stole some of my certified receipts. Here I got Sandra Gwen Musgrove to Chicago, Illinois. This was to the case about my grandson, December 22nd, 2022. This was me sending mail to myself to certify my copyright. This was to DCFS. This was to Wireless, Track Phone Wireless. This is to me, myself, again, certified mail. I'll show you these stamps. This was to my girlfriend in Florida. This is Randall Howard Paul. You see that? In Washington. Federal Courthouse, London, Kentucky. Fred White, this is a judge in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Don Blair, another judge in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Supreme Court in Washington, 1/28/2022. And Department of Justice, Lexington, Kentucky. Andy Graham Bashir, Frankfort, Kentucky. You see here, this were February 2022. This was about my peace treaty. Joseph Robinette Biden, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C., July 20th, 2022. Joseph Robinette Biden. Joseph Robinette Biden, 1/28/2022. This is when I first sent in my peace treaty. Here's the second part of the addendum of my peace treaty. I have tons of U.S. postal receipts. Department of the Treasury, Holy Name Cathedral, again, and Treasury Retail Security Services. These were all, this was November 28th, 2022. Internal Revenue Service, July 2022. National Passport Processing, December 28, 2022. Internal Revenue Service, oh, look, see how they got COVID-19 there. 7/15/2022. Department of Financial Service Institute, December 28, 2022. Department of Children and Family Services, July 12, 2022. Kimberly Lewis, here on this case with my grandson. They kidnapped my grandson, August 2022. And this landlord here, who's been stealing my son's equity on this property, July 2022. Okay, because I did a leaps and bounds contract with my son, meets and bounds contract, paid with a money order on this property, and again tried to secure our copyright on this, on our names, and did this certificate of mailing. This certificate of mailing, I got my postcard, my green card back on it. This is all of our registered names, 4232 form, and the registered names are on here, the registered numbers at the post office of all of our names. Right here is another mailing that I did to certify all of that. Okay, mailing to myself and claiming my white envelope in Napoleon Hill. And you might want to read what this says here. And this, can pause the video and read it. And this is copied from the Black's Law Dictionary. Can pause the video and read it. And this bill of complaint, bill of equity, which all of these have been filed in the court, putting redacted. This one was December 22nd of 2022. This was filed. And this says, under special lawful consideration, do unto others as you would have done to you. Provoke no man. Clean hands, habeas corpus, and no one can be twice jeopardized. Self-defense rights with a C, not an S, 1099 OID, peace officer at first, middle, and last, 8 USC limited diplomatic ambassador rights, immunity against legalese, my distrangle writ rights, Black's Law 4th edition, sovereign rights, peace treaty, registered article receipts to Joseph Robinette Biden, 1/2022, and it has the numbers. My Privacy Act, 16 CFR, Section 413 to 415, etc., et sequence. Copyright claim of these proof of life, SESKB Act, 1666, testament. Competent witness of these heirs, valid claim, 3 people per creditors and facts, claims on these documents. With Red Fox $1 real gold stamps, it costs $13 a piece. Registered number receipts were $14.20 and more. $21 buys the contract, and I did $31 in money orders. Got that certified mail receipt. Any charge over $20 was my rights to grand jury trial. No state can make anything but gold and silver in payment of debt, red hearing, legal ed prospectus, legal ad, and paper, voice paper, $150, bona fide purchaser, perfect title, bank rules to be. It's been past 12 years since we were originally born. No more indentured servitude. CFPA card fact, and 1692, 15 USC FCRA, Section 1681. Article 27, Vienna Convention, my accommodations for my faith to be held harmless. Sealed as creditor, in fact, limitless value on names, etc. Love can never be quantified or measured. Begotten sons and daughters, obey 11 a.m. jurisprudence, canon law 7, canon law 2036 to 2057, not for your commercial usury crimes, 22 CFR 72-11, nor are we dead and lost at sea, 49 USC section 1403, 21-ton ship mortgage, trading ship barratry laws, not feet on the land rights, full stop, 18 USC 1622 MCL 750-217-71281-179 salvage claim. My discursive on my name, repented of my signature by design, all rights reserved with prejudice and justice demand. No one can be denied due process of law nor twice jeopardized. All souls are redeemable. Baby loans, Babylon redacted, and middle mercy seat name. Take out the tail in the middle of the well, not one jot or tittle, nor one stroke of a pen removed from my profits on earth as it is in heaven. Heritage, my will, estate, 1775, copyright, copy claim, my template, my private intellectual property, SGM, seal, initial. I demand my freeman passport now, right to travel freely, unencumbered and unfettered, and no one can be twice jeopardized. I don't owe you anything. You all owe me my credit in silver shekels. And this is all the proof of life claims that I did on my sons and my daughter, all of us. These are the proof of all of us, my son, my daughter, my grandson, me. These were done in January and February of 2021, and they're still trying to do their infringement and just enrichment against me and my family, and I have spent thousands to try to free all of us. So, may the truth make me free, and they don't own my soul.